Hey guys, tonight we're driving the 2022 Acura MDX. We did a full review on the MDX A-Spec a couple of months ago in the winter, so if you want to see the day drive of that, check that video out on the TheTopher channel here. Tonight's video is going to be just a night drive. I want to focus on what this interior looks like at night. We've got some ambient lighting in this. Sum up my thoughts on what it's been like to live with this advanced model this week, and just kind of go over some final impressions of this MDX. We spent quite a bit of time in these cars and made a bunch of videos on them on this channel and the Winding Road Magazine channel. Overall, this is a really nice luxury three-row crossover. It has a decent amount of room on the inside. It's fun to drive. The sound system, I think, is class leading. It's a really nice overall package. I mean, basically, this MDX has gone from maybe not one of the most enticing vehicles in its class to definitely one of the leaders in its category, and I think Acura's really nailed it with this new model. Between this, the TLX, the new RDX, they've got a pretty solid lineup going on, and by following the same formula, I think they've done a nice job with this new MDX. Let's take it for a drive. I'll show you guys a couple things on the inside here. I'll start it up and show you this ambient lighting. Love all the weird, fun noises that this thing makes. Very comfortable driving position, tons of adjustability with the telescoping and tilting steering wheel. We've got Acura's new touchpad down here, which I am a big fan of. Once you get used to it, the one-to-one touch is very nice, and it makes very cool noises when you swipe around. So right now I have the ambient lighting set to change according to your drive mode, and this is just a normal mode. You set it to individual, it'll go to red, which is fun. Comfort is blue, looks pretty sharp. Snow is back to white, and sport is red, and the gauges change to red as well. You can go into the settings and change it to a bunch of other different colors. Unfortunately, you can't do this when the vehicle is moving. You can only do it when you're parked. Go to your lighting, accent lighting theme, and you've got all these different options. You can switch it up, have multiple colors. Can't pronounce half of these names, but that's okay. Baja Highway 1 is kind of fun. That's cool. Route 66. We'll leave it in dynamic mode, so it changes with the drive modes. But still, nice. Not on the level of BMW's interior ambient lighting, but a pretty good effort, and I think it just adds a little bit of a fun flair to the vehicle, and if you don't like it, you can turn it all the way off. The rest of this interior is a fantastic place to be. Excellent ergonomics, really user-friendly. A great interior from Acura, a really nice blend of tech and screens and physical controls, which I love. Got my surround cameras, reverse cameras. All right, let's take this MDX for a drive and see what it's like on the road. These headlights are fantastic, tons of coverage. Something's going on here. Not exactly sure what, but usually there's not this much traffic here at night. I am a fan of this 3.5 liter V6. It sounds nice, and it's a little bit more of an interesting engine than a lot of other vehicles in this class. Makes a good noise too. 290 horsepower. Pretty much the same as the engine in the previous MDX. And of course they're going to be coming out with the Type S. That's going to be the turbocharged your V6, and that will definitely be the enthusiast choice for the MDX. Very excited, going to be going on a TLX drive here very soon, and we'll report back on that in about a month or two. The dynamics, the handling characteristics of this MDX are incredible for what it is. Double wishbone front suspension, multi-link rear, really makes this thing handle well. It's pretty impressive what it can do around a corner. Dynamically, I'd say it's up there with the BMW X5. Maybe doesn't have quite the tire grip, but it's pretty darn close. Let's do a quick 0 to 60, show you guys what it's like off the line. The 10-speed auto in here is fantastic. Really makes good shift decisions. Holds gears beautifully. Shifts super fast, very smooth. This is an SUV that's fun to drive, but also very comfortable and luxurious at the same time. The ride quality is excellent. The dynamic drive mode selector gives you enough of a difference between drive modes to kind of keep things entertaining and interesting. The steering is incredibly light. It also has a variable ratio steering rack, which is helpful in daily scenarios. Very quiet at speed. Excellent levels of NVH in this MDX. And one of the highlights for me in this car, and a lot of the new Acura products these days, is the ELS sound system. I think it is one of the best, if not the best, sound system on sale in any car these days. Volvo comes close, but doesn't quite match the clarity and depth of the sound system. This ELS premium audio is pretty amazing for what it is. And compared to some other vehicles with similar prices, you can't beat it. So let's compare this MDX to some of its rivals. The toughest one for me probably is the XC90. I love the XC90. It's a fantastic vehicle, but this is definitely a more interesting and exciting engine. It's kind of a shame the XC90 only has a 4-cylinder turbo, supercharged, electric assist motor available. I definitely prefer this V6, and for some reason this MDX just feels a lot lighter on its feet and smaller and less cumbersome to drive around. It feels more similar to the XC60 than the XC90 in terms of dynamics and size, and I don't know, this MDX is a really nicely sized vehicle. I don't feel like I'm driving a massive 3-row SUV necessarily. Compared to the Audi Q7 and the X5, those vehicles are almost a little bit of a class above, but they're priced as such. The X5 is very expensive. The Q7, same story. Compared to the Lexus RX 350L, another really nice vehicle, but again, this is going to be a lot more exciting and dynamically enjoyable. The RX probably is a little bit more luxurious and comfortable, a little bit quieter. The Mark Levinson sound is very good in that car, but still doesn't quite come up to the level of this ELS. And finally, the Genesis GV80. I liked the GV80, but after a week with it, I didn't love it. This MDX definitely makes a stronger first impression. And I think it just feels a little bit better bolted together. There were some shakes and rattles in the GV80 that kind of took away from the luxury experience, and this MDX definitely feels a little bit more solid. Mode gives you this minimalist gauge cluster display, which is kind of cool. Takes away the tach and the speedometer. Really tones things down. Any complaints about this MDX? Well, the steering is a little bit freakishly light. You get used to it after a while, but after getting out of many other vehicles and getting into this, it's a little bit of a shock. But after living with it and driving it, I do enjoy it. It's nice. It's a little bit more relaxing, less difficult to use. It makes the vehicle feel a little bit more agile and lighter on its feet, especially being a 3-row SUV. The way it looks is okay. I think it's a pretty decent looking SUV. Again, looks are subjective. I think it looks pretty good, but some people may not love some of the new styling cues. This touchpad seems to be a little bit of a point of contention for some people. My only complaint with it is when you use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, it works like a traditional touchpad in that you have to kind of swipe around. I wish it would retain the one-to-one touch function in Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Maybe that's something Acura can update with the system and integrate into the future. Anyway, to sum things up, this MDX is a great overall package. I would highly recommend this if you're shopping in this class. Take it for a test drive, get the ELS sound system, listen to that with some high quality audio, and you will just be blown away. I don't think there's really anything else like it in the market. Very excited to see what the Type S variant is like in this MDX and TLX. Very curious to see what Acura does with those vehicles, and I think they will really kind of come up in the luxury space in terms of just kind of a performance luxury option. So pretty exciting stuff there. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. We will see you in the next video. Take care.